Need a bath. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh. Just class that as. Just to recap, it's the next morning. So on another video. Good morning. We had a delivery this morning. 6:30. That got us up. Got us out of bed. 6:30 this morning. Guess what turned up? Let's have a look. It's in the front room. Dum dum dum. Got another one. It's arrived, which means that's going to go into storage. Ready for when my son gets his first home and he can, well, we'll have it delivered to him. So I'm going to open this up, unbox it. It's the same as the one I've got, but I'm still excited. I'm still excited. Not an expensive one. I think it was 150. Yeah, about 150, maybe 100 in the sale, 130, 40. I'll have to double check that, but not expensive. And the one that I've got, really good, works really well, does exactly what it's supposed to do. So I got another one. So we just got to get it out of the box, and then it's got to go where it's going to go, stand for a bit. Can't remember how long you're supposed to stand it for, but it'll be in the book. And then I can start filling it and then put that big monster in the garage, wrapping it up. Had some good advice on that, keeping the door open a little bit and protecting the seals because it'll be in the garage. So thank you for comments and suggestions on that. Here's the ban.
Lift up,
You think?
oh,
Oh, wait, look at that.
I remembered it from last time. You've got to remember these things.
You've got to remember these things.
It's important.
Is it? It's important. Is that? I don't have a memory anymore.
You never had a memory.
Hey! There we go. Alright.
That'll do.
Yeah.
So we'll carry it through with the... We don't know if it's working,
No.
but we have to kind of assume that it does. The other one was good. Right, let's do the next step. So if you can take the freezer drawers out,
Yeah.
they can go in the kitchen, that'll make it a lot lighter.
Yeah. Okay. Right, in its place. That's switched on. There we go. What do you think, Willow?
What do you think? Which one would you like for your food? This one or the other one?
Whichever has the chicken in it.
Right, so here's your next step. Film if you want. You've two freezers. What you haven't been able to do with the other one is find stuff. One will be your freezer, the other one will be chips, Willow's food, the stuff I eat.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've got to choose a freezer as well.
Okay.
Which one?
That one.
That's, do you see what's on the front? Have a look.
Yeah. Handbag.
A handbag, meaning it's Cheryl's.
Yeah.
Right, so here you go.
And that's this one. So this will be Mike's and Willow's. Needs to have a little bit of a defrost and a clean, and then move it. Well, we'll move it and then I'll clean it. Yeah, that's where I'm up to. So I've taken all the drawers out, sorted through what's mine, what's Mike's, which is the Willow's, and all of my sort of food stuff is in there. It's all my pre-prepared meals and a few bits and bobs. So, saying it as it is, the house this week has gone to the dogs. Even Willow is not impressed. So Mike's been full on, as you've seen, full on DIY, non-stop, overdone it. His legs have been agony, they've been waking him up during the night. And when I say agony, I mean, there's nothing I can do to help him. Mike deals with pain really well normally, so for him to be reacting to the amount of pain that's in his legs during the middle of the night is just, I know it's bad. So he's sat, just have to keep saying, just sit down, Mike, sit down. We've done a little bit of moving about. We were going to do the wardrobe doors today. I've said leave it, they can be done tomorrow. I cannot, now, you know, I'm not at work, I cannot live in this mess. It's everything, the sinks, the fridge, as you know if you watch, I've been cleaning it regularly, and I'm getting it ready now for Jake, and I mean, I just don't know how they get like this when I clean them. So, you know, I'm just constantly pulling them out, cleaning them. Anyway, I'm nearly done on that. I'll be glad when the fridge is scrubbed and wrapped and in the garage. We can't move it today. Mike has to sit down today. So probably see how he is tomorrow, maybe get that done. And then there's just the normal housework, but there's also bits of what we call the fettling, the bits from decorating and DIY where the jobs have sort of been half done, not finished. There's so much of that, so much. Going round like bits of paint on tiles that need scraping off, and touch-up paint and holes that need filling, and everything needs painting. Everything needs painting again. Yeah, it just does. It's just how it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get the house in order as much as I can with everything all over the place. The work that he did in the hallway, he did a really good job at where the glass was, remember, at the top of the stairs, and he's done a fantastic job there. Needs the architrave putting on both around the door, but yeah, it created an awful lot of dust, and that dust, even when you shut the doors, gets everywhere. So I do need to sort that out. Willow's, hello, she's just had something to eat and she's after a treat because you've been a little bit of a fatty, greedy bum, aren't you, eh? You've been a little bit of a greedy bum, I know. I'll do you a little treat. We've got your treat now. Let's see what we've got. One of these beef strips. Hang on. She'll probably say no, what else have you got? Because she does. No, she says no, I'm going to prove you wrong, I'm going to have that. So I've got to get swept up in here from moving the fridge, the freezers. Mike's got his now. That needs a good wipe down. So his has got the whippet rules on, because that's his and Willow's freezer. There. I haven't tidied it. I've just put stuff in because, you know, I've got other things to do. And my little handbag one, that's mine, which I tend to have a little bit more food, but that's because I eat stuff that Mike won't eat. So I'm a stew and a soup kind of person. meal prep, I'm good to go. Keeps me happy all week. Yeah, so back to the cleaning. Now the sinks as well. All of the sinks need completely scrubbing, disinfecting, and this stainless steel one wants bleaching, really. I mean, it is the mucky sink, what we would call it, mucky sink. It's the sink that we do all like the decorating stuff and things like that get done in here. So the problem I'm having, the problem is, it's not a problem, I'm not calling it a problem, it's just, you know, amongst everything else, you have the other things that you need to do and get done. So in between the day you suddenly realise I've done the walk with Willow, I've had a lovely walk because it's Saturday morning, got back 9:30. Mike had already had his breakfast because he'd been up, I think, 2:30, and then 4 o'clock, and then the freezer came at 6:30. So he's not had much sleep, so he ended up having his breakfast early before I went out. So his breakfast was done. Sorted Willow. She had a little bit of breakfast while we were out, her biscuits, breakfast biscuits. And then I had a little bit of toast because I've got a big day and I thought, well, I'm not going to fast today. And I want to have a film night tonight, which is very rare for me to sit and watch TV. But I do want to watch a film tonight. So I'm going to treat myself to some sweeties and some snacks. And I'll go and get those later. And the pharmacy owe me some drugs for Mike, so I've got that to do. And then, of course, by the time I've done all of that, it's dinner time. Mike's now having his toasted sandwich, his dinner. I've still got my other chores to do. And Willow at 1 o'clock will want her afternoon walk, and that's an hour. So, you know, you get to the end of the day and think, oh, that's that day done then. And my working day, it starts at 8:30. Well, it starts before that because I get out and walk Willow early to get her walk done. Get back, do everybody's breakfast except mine. On a working week, I fast until 1 o'clock. Come down at 12 o'clock. If Mike hasn't done himself a sandwich, then I do his dinner, but I always have to do his tablets and his cup of tea. And then Willow, 1 o'clock, she'll want to go for her walk, back to work, and then 5:30, come down, make the tea. Willow wants her last walk, and then it's, you know, I get in here and Mike is exhausted and he's not well because he's overdone it. And he needs to go to bed, and by that time I'm ready for bed as well. So we're sort of like heading up to bed at 7:30 on an evening. I don't have any time to relax. I haven't been at my sewing machine for I don't know how long. Yeah, sounds like I'm having a moan, and I probably am, but I just want to get the house tidy, nice and clean, scrubbed, and then I can relax. We can do a bit of DIY tomorrow with the wardrobe doors, if Mike's okay. And then I'll be ready for my work week and I won't be thinking about the state of the house. Yeah, so if anybody's close by, I'll put kettle on. I've got a biscuit. It's only a rich tea because we've stopped bringing sugar into the house. But I am going to have some treats tonight, some little sweets. Not much, but a little bit. So as suggested, we're going to put some cardboard in there just to keep this apart and protect the seal. So we've got plenty of cardboard. I'm just going to cut some strips out.
do all the way around just yet. Got it, right, all that there. Put your tape down. Got it?
Yep.
Right, get your tape and what, get your scissors first. Okay. So there.
Yeah.
Drop it on the floor. Way around it, and then we'll finish it with that bit of bubble wrap. We're going to a lot of trouble because it was a lot of money, wasn't it?
It was expensive.
Cheryl won't tell me how much.
Well, at the time you knew how much. It was £700.
£700. Anyway, it's going to Jake.
Yeah.
So,
For his first home.
first home and all that stuff. Yeah. And it's got to survive in that garage. My only worry is we don't have mice. But if we do get mice, that'll be a lovely home for them, won't it?
Oh. There's no food in it.
No, they'll eat the cardboard.
Oh.
But they'll make a nice nest.
Oh, nice.
Right, where are you going now?
Shops.
And what you getting?
Some sweeties.
This is where this fridge freezer's gonna go. I've just got to check the height there. I've got a bit of a board down for it, keep it off the ground. But there's a bar that goes across there. No, it's fine. Anyway, that's where it's going. Sort of cleared a path for me and Cheryl to carry it. We're going to struggle with this. My legs are really poorly at the moment. And Cheryl's strong, but this isn't what she does. Move the van. It's starting. I'll give you an update at some point. It's not very good, put it that way. But anyway, me and Cheryl are thinking about things. So that's where it's got to go.
Getting tidied. Still a fair bit to do. The windows need cleaning, but it looks a lot brighter in here with that big fridge gone. Can see the window and the view of the fence and the washing line. Yeah, so that's that done. There's Willow. There's the washing. So for now, because I can't move it, we've just put it there. It's not that it's heavy, Mike said, but it is awkward. So I don't want any accidents with it. So we'll get a pair of hands to help get it into the garage.
You gotta lift it down the steps. After that, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But those steps can be difficult.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's ready to be stored.
It is. Sorry, not sorry. It's Saturday night. I'm watching, well, I'm going to watch Conjuring 4. I love the Conjuring films. I don't know why. I just think they're really cool. So that's what I'm watching tonight with my tweets. put some rebels in. Got Maltesers, Haribo, jelly tarts, peanuts, different types of peanuts, dry roasted, honey roasted, normal peanuts. These doody woodies, little pinball thingies, popcorn, crisps. I have got more different ones, but I haven't opened them, so in that way I'm being good. Yeah.
There's my old mucky decorating slippers and my workwear there for when I'm doing mucky stuff. Yeah, so where on earth am I up to? Well, I've got that, remember that bottom lip of timber that was stuck out? I got all that cut off yesterday. I didn't show it on camera, it was just me with that multi-tool cutting it off. I've put a bit of filler around to get rid of the worst of it, you know. Got my scaffolding rig out there, my tools. So, took the handrail off. Not that that's of any interest, but took that off. So, I have to think about that wall, which I have done. I explain that in a minute. Cheryl's dressing room, looking quite neat. I've got that frame to move, and then me and Cheryl will hang the doors. So I'll be about done in there, other than helping a little bit where I can when she gets her paint pots out. Yeah. I've got the architrave to put back on this wall, but I've found out Wicks, and I didn't know this, they do 6mm and 9mm MDF sheets. And what I realised, Jess, my idea, daft as it was that I would put a really heavy lining paper on there. That if I put enough of it on, it would hide it. Well, it won't. So I'm going to put an MDF sheet on, but because of the work that I've done there, I don't need to batten the wall out. I can put some liquid nails, get some screws in, and put the 9mm board on. Then I can put the architrave back on. Then that wall is ready for decorating. Now, what I've also been doing is getting the stairs and landing, etc. You can't see it because it's just white, but I've been getting it ready for decorating. And what I mean by decorating is a final wallpaper, you know, the pretty stuff. But before that, final wallpaper, painting of doors, architrave, etc. And there's a fair bit of that to do. But nevertheless, I've been preparing everything, which includes putting lining paper on here as I come up the stairs. What I've come to realise, I can't do it. And neither can Cheryl, because this scaffolding kit that we've got, and yeah, we could hire something different, but to reach the top, it's not good. I'm balancing on that bit of oak timber, and generally speaking, because of my tremor, have enough trouble balancing stood on a flat floor surface, let alone stood on that, and, you know, tools in one hand and the other. Just not possible to do. So I'm going to fit the MDF board. That'll be here Thursday. Yeah. And then it'll be over to the experts to get the lining paper on. Which actually means that the lining paper I put on here, as you come up the stairs, I'm going to take off. I'm going to take it off tomorrow. I've not done a particularly very good job of putting it on. Can't reach. Yesterday, I boarded that where the glass was. My goodness, I could not find a stud in the middle of there. I found a few, but they'll need filling. So today, I'm filling these bits in, up there and up there. The whole lot will then be filled. I've got here, show it, hopefully, that edge gonna need sanding round, ready to take some paper. Anyway, I've got it done.
Hello, back to it in here. Mike's going to talk us through the plan.
Well, look, one of the first things we'll do is to sort out this bracket here, because it's in the wrong place. This needs to go right up here, but we've got to put the doors on so we know where to stop that.
Yeah.
And I think we'll also, well, it's up to you. I was going to say we'll take the curtains down, but it doesn't matter. Right. A simple day for me. So we've got the rest of the hinges to put on. On the doors. 4 hinges. And I thought about this. I put the frame back in the other day. Which is easiest? This is what I thought. It's not a question. Putting the hinges on the frame and then putting the door on, or putting the hinges on the door and then putting the door with hinges on. Well, it's the second bit. Because holding a door steady while you're trying to fix a hinge, difficult. So the first thing, and I've got everything ready, is to put these on the floor. So that's the back. Oh, that didn't go as I thought. Oh, funny enough, look, you've already marked them, so that's good.
No, not on this one. I got that one wrong. It wants to be on that side.
Right, okay. So, get a hinge, mark where the hinge should go, do your pallet hole, fix hinges to door, fix door to frame.
Okay.
That's basically it.
Right, so just marking out where the hinges go, and I've just had to make some adjustments because the first time I did this, the door was going somewhere else. Well, it wasn't somewhere else, but it was going somewhere else. Well, what we've moved the frame. That's the point. And what I don't want is when we put this on and open it up is the other side for the screws to clash with any screws that have been used to put the frame on. So I measured from there, from the top, it's 7¼ inches, that the hinge needs to be, so it doesn't interfere with anything else on the wall. And then on that side, I think it was 7 and a, which one was it? 7 and a, I think it's 7 and a quarter at the top, 7 on the bottom. Yeah, 7 on the bottom. So I've just moved them a little bit, and then they should be good to go. And I've done that one exactly the same. So I'm just going to do some little pilot holes in there, ready for the screws to go on. That is a little bit big. Just change that. Got 'em. Little box. Right, that looks more like it'll fit. I'll give it a go. Just very small. No, there isn't one smaller than that. So, okay. Normal screwdriver. Here we go. So I just realised that the head's not big enough. It's too small, so it's not going to hold it. It means the hinge will be flapping around. Anyway, at least I didn't get them all the way in. So they're no good. Back into the garage, try again. Right. Take 5. Okay. So these are what we used on the last one. Like I said, they're not brilliant, but the head's big enough and they're short enough to not go through the whole door and not go straight through the hinge hole. I might need one shorter than that. What did I use before? There they are. Got them. Right, hang on. Let me have a look at the ones I put in before. See what size they are. Right, it's those. Yeah, it's them. That's okay. So it's not them. No, they'll be too small anyway. Okay. All right. We're getting there, Willow. Getting there. I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing, Willow? I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. Right, it's those. 1, 2, 3. 4, 6. Are they all the same? They look a smidge long, if I'm honest, but I used them on that one. I used those ones, so it can't be wrong. Soon found out. Gum. Okay. So the bit that I need is, I think, that's it, that one. Okay. Okay. It's just, I'll only go in that far. Ooh, that's close, isn't it? That'll tell me. That is really close. But I used them before, so it can't be wrong. Unless these doors are a different thickness to those bottom ones. I wonder if they are. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let's have a think. Let's just check. No, it's the same. It's just very close. All right. Well, the others didn't come through.
You do check to see if the screws have come through.
Yeah.
By rubbing your hand over them.
God, I felt it.
Yeah, I know you'd have cut yourself. And filming. What we'll do when you've done this one, we'll see if this works. So we'll put this in place and see if we can actually do it.
Oh, yeah.
It will go slower, just by the way. glad you made the mess. Where did you put the bit that was in here? On the power one.
Nearly there.
Should go in easy because that's what I did. Make sure it went in easy. Don't ruin the head. The reason you couldn't get the top screw in was that maybe you didn't drill all the way in, so the last of the screw is trying to go into the white wood and there's no power at all. Yeah?
Right, it felt like it'd gone through.
Just trust me. I've done this a million times. So, that's a long bit. So what we'll do is we'll put one in the top hole.
Yeah.
Before taking the other one out. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go on then.
Just realised I made a right mess. I didn't protect my fabrics, but they're fine. Nothing's hit them, so they're okay. Anyway, they don't need a shaking off. Before I make anything, I tend to wash it, just to make sure there's no shrinkage in the fabric, in new fabrics. Anyway, shut up. I've come up with some ideas for colour schemes in here. I've always liked pink. I like pink, but I quite fancy a grown-up pink because I'm all grown up now. Yeah, right. So I was thinking of a dusty sort of, or they call it a dusky rose. A dusky rose. So not a baby pink or any bright pinks, but something that's more of a rose colour, rosy pink. Or a sage green. But the thing with the green, I think green is very calming. Now, somebody had a fabulous idea, which was, they said they had a colour scheme of like woody colours, woodland colours, and that sounded really nice. They gave it like a list of the types of colours, but it sounded nice anyway. So yeah, I quite like the sage idea, but I like the idea of sage for the hallway downstairs, because this is so dark down there. I can't go, I don't really want to go dark colours. So I was thinking, and I don't want anything light and pastel-y, and I've got to be honest, I'm fed up of white and off-white and cream. So I thought of sage. So I think the sagey colour will be saved for the hallway. But I want some ideas on that, please. Because there's many of you that have a really good eye for colours and schemes and patterns and things. I will get some wallpaper samples, because although this is all going to be, because the walls are terrible, they're terrible, this is going to be really heavy, thick embossed paper and then painted. But that wall with the radiator on, that's going to be a feature wall, which will be a pattern. And I want something really nice and sort of cheerful, that you walk in and you think, oh, this is nice. Well, you don't want to walk in and go, ooh, this isn't nice. You know what I mean. So some ideas on that. Bearing in mind, I am a traditional girl. You all know it by now. I don't do modern or contemporary or minimalist. I sometimes wish I could go minimalist, but I like my things too much. I like my bits and bobs and my little collectibles. So minimalist, no, that's not a thing for me. Wouldn't be nice. I'd be nice and tidy. Anyway, yeah, if you could come up with some ideas, and if you like the dusky rose in here, please comment on that. I'll have to make a decision on my curtains. I either go for a patterned curtain, which I've got to be honest, I'm not too keen on. I think I'd rather go plain. And then a feature wall would be either that wall, which is looking a bit busy, not minimalist. Yeah, I think that's going to be too busy for a pattern paper. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I think that should be plain. No. So it might be that wall that has a paper on it. A pattern paper. Or I don't have to. I don't have to have a pattern. I'm saying all of this. I don't have to. You know, the thing with having curtains is that I can change them. I can change the pattern really easily. I don't have to repaper. I'm talking my way around this. I think I'm just going to end up in painting in here. Paint it. And I might stay with plain curtains, you know. I just can't get my head around some pattern curtains on there. I always think pattern curtains is definitely something for a window. Or just, you know, I could just go for a stripe. That might be a good idea. Just a stripe. Yeah. So these, don't know what colour. I fancy something different to the rose. If I'm doing everything in rose, then I fancy those being a slightly different colour, but I don't know what. This is kind of a dusky rose. Yeah. I'm going to be reupholstering these at some point in about 5 years' time when I get time. But yeah, they all want redoing. Thinking caps on. Come on girls and guys. Because guys are sometimes very good at colours if you're not colourblind. Mike's colourblind. Yeah, some ideas, please. Right, I better get on. We're done. They're up. They're in. So, there you go. Finished. Thank goodness for that. They're up. Yeah, so as I said, ideas on colours, please. I'm gonna leave you here for this one. Thank you so much for joining us and for all your comments, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Just there.
So on another video